Sales calls are the lifeblood of every practice, and in this video, I'm exploring how to make sure those leads show up to their appointments. Hey, it's Jackobs. Thank you so much for stopping by the channel today. If you are new here, thank you so much for stopping by. This channel is all about presentation to performance to more profits. And I can't wait to share with you more and more and more. So why don't you just go ahead and hit that little subscribe button right over there. That way you get notified every time I post new videos. And I do post every Tuesday and Friday at around 12 o'clock Eastern time. So make sure you're watching out for these new videos. And the whole purpose is to help you make your practice better. So how do you get your leads to actually show up for their appointments? Look, you're spending tons of money on advertising, doing webinars maybe, or doing actual live seminars, different ways to get those leads to actually pay attention to what you're doing. Now you want to book that sales call. Well, how do you ensure that they are actually going to be showing up for that meeting? And these meetings could be in person or they could be virtual meetings as well on Zoom. It's the same process either way. And no-shows can be super frustrating. Trust me, I know. I've had plenty of no-shows in the past, but once I've implemented these processes, then those no-shows dramatically decrease. And it's the same for the clients that are using my Business Lead Maximizer service as well, that once we implement these processes, then those show rates go up and the no-shows go down. Well, first of all, you have to put yourself in the shoes of your lead. You know, everybody tunes into the same radio station, WII-FM. What's in it for me? It's so true. If you are only thinking about, well, what do I need to do to get that person to show up so I can sell them? Well, that's completely the wrong way of going about it. You have to think about, well, what is actually going to get that lead to show up? What do I need to provide to them, to give to them, to entice them to take the time out of their day to actually show up? You have to give value and think about what the value is that you're providing to that lead so that they are more likely to show up for their appointment. This is a critical part. You have to think about why they should show up. Are they going to learn something new? Are they going to have actionable steps? What is it that you are providing on that sales meeting that is going to entice them to actually show up? It's part of knowing the most wanted result of your lead. In a previous video, and I'll put a card up here to show where that is, I talk about the 3 areas of marketing. It's all about the market, the message, and the media, and making sure that they're all together. That's knowing what the most wanted response is of your lead. So do you have that? Do you know what it is that they want? And that's the best way of getting them to actually show up for the meeting. At a recent meeting with my call center staff, we went through the best practices that they're actually going through to get a high show rate up on meetings. We came up with 4 tips and I'm going to share them with you today. Quick question. Are you tracking your show rate? Just put a comment down below. I'd be interested in finding that out. Tip number 1, break down what's going to happen on the appointment. And this includes all the appointment information that that lead needs to make sure that they're comfortable showing up for the appointment. When is it? How long is it going to take? Do I need to wear something special? Do I need to prepare something in advance? All of those little details are very important. And then once you've gone through them, at the end of the call, just summarize it all really quick with all the details and pertinent information that they need to be comfortable showing up and showing up on time. Now, this is really important because when people are comfortable and they have most of their questions answered, they're going to be more likely to follow through on the promise of showing up for that appointment. And now all the questions have been answered and there's no unanswered questions left. And it makes it very easy for them to actually follow through on making that appointment. Tip number 2. You want to tap into their internal motivation. Why will it benefit them? And you might say to them, oh, I can totally understand why you were seeking this information, and it's going to be all discussed on that first initial consultation. And if you're the one doing the consultation that you're actually setting up for it, then you'll say, you know what, I'm going to go through all of that on the consultation, and I'm really glad that you scheduled that with me. And then you go through all the details on how to get to the consultation, whether that's on Zoom or it's in person, however it is that they are going to get to that appointment, like we talked about in tip number 1. If you have somebody else doing that consultation or setting up the appointment, then you'll want them to say, you know, and Julie's going to go through all of that information with you, and you're going to really enjoy that conversation with Julie. You want to use their name because now there's a actual person that is going to be waiting for them at that appointment. And you may want to even include that Julie's going to be waiting for you at 2 o'clock, or Julie will be on the Zoom call at 2 o'clock waiting for you. Or Julie is super excited to go through everything with you and will be waiting here or be waiting at the office to go through that with you. When you're using a person's name, that puts a human connection, and it's going to be more likely that that person is going to show up for the meeting. Plus, when you tap into their internal motivation, now you're triggering all the reasons why they wanted to book that appointment in the first place. So you have that human connection, and you have all the internal reasons why it's important for them to get the information and fix the problem that they have. I want you to have all the scripting necessary for the prospects to actually show up for their appointment. So I put together a little PDF for you. You can download that right down below in the comments. I'll put the link right down there. So you have that scripting. You can use it yourself or train your staff on how to go through that as well. Tip number 3, you want to discuss the benefits of them actually attending the meeting. You know, the person has a problem to solve. They have something that they're worried about that they want to have discussed. It's going to be solved on that meeting, or they're going to get even further into what they need to be doing to fix the problem. And so you need to specifically say that that is going to be discussed on the meeting. It's giving them that extra motivation to show up and get that problem solved. And the more you remind them of the problem that they have and the reason that they're booking the appointment, the more likely they are to actually show up and discuss what that problem is and ultimately get it solved. And then when you bring in the fact that you've solved the same problem for other people, you know, the social proof, testimonials, now you're proving that you can in fact solve that problem for them. And you can further solidify that in their minds by saying, and on Tuesday at 10 o'clock, when you show up for your appointment, Julie's going to go through all of this with you and is going to be really psyched to get you the answers that you desperately need. And when you say it like that, now they're going to get even more excited about showing up for the appointment. Tip number 4, keep it short and to the point. Kind of like these videos, short and to the point. Usually when you're setting up that appointment, they don't have a lot of time to chit chat. So you want to make sure that the language that you use is succinct, to the point, and gives them all the information that we talked about in the first 3 tips. You know, something as simple as being super friendly and really listening to what their concerns are, and then repeating back to them what those concerns are in terms of how you heard them, is going to go a long way in helping you create that human connection with the prospect. And they're going to love you for it because now they've been heard, and their concerns are going to be addressed on that longer meeting that you've just scheduled for them. And you respected their time, keeping it short, succinct, clear language so that they can quickly understand it while they're booking that call with you. Plus, when you're super friendly, they're going to love you even more. All right, those were the 4 tips. Now I want to give you a little bonus tip. You definitely don't want to beg or push the person to make that appointment if there's a lot of resistance. Definitely the begging part, oh, please, you want to do this, it's going to be great for you. If they're not into it, they're not into it. And it's going to be a really difficult time for the person that's actually having the sales conversation with them to get them over the edge. So if they're super resistant to it, so you might want to say something like, it sounds like you're not really into making this appointment right now. Are you super busy? Because I can call you back at another time, or I can give you some resources so that you can figure out if this is the approach that you want to take. And then you send them some free resources and let them take that next step. Because if you're pushing too hard, well, then they're just going to say, yeah, I'm going to book the appointment, and then not show up for the appointment. And that doesn't do anybody any good. So there's a fine line there between pushing too hard, but yet getting them the information and bringing them along with you. So if you find that there's a lot of resistance right off the bat, then maybe you take it away from them and say, well, gosh, it sounds like this is probably not a good fit for you right now. So why don't I send you some information that you can digest at your own leisure, and when you're ready, then we'll be here to help you on that health journey. And that's something that we do a lot with our health doctors. Just when we're booking appointments, we don't want to push too hard, because we know from the statistics that they're probably not going to show up. So there you go, 4 tips plus a bonus. How awesome is that, right? I hope you found this helpful. If you did, go ahead and give it a thumbs up, make some comments below, and if you haven't done so already, hit that little subscribe button right there so that you get notified every time new videos are posted. And like I said before, I post every Tuesday and Thursday right here on YouTube so that I can help you improve your business through presentation, performance, and get you more profits. I've also put together a few other videos that I'm going to post right here and here. If you have a moment, go ahead and check them out. And until next time, you have a great day.